So we're going to look for rural population and get our numbers back. And we have rural and urban population. And this was our data. And we went to settings and we looked at it in table form, and we want to go back to all so that we get the whole sheet. Great. But what's really beautiful, and I just pointed this out, is that if we go here to download the chart as an Excel sheet, you also have that option available here. We're going to choose that, and it's downloading the document here to my download space. I'm going to open that. And now I'm going to broaden this a little bit so I can see it. You can see that my cover sheet is here, but if I want to go to the data, I click on the data spreadsheet. Because it's really hard to see, I'm going to expand this to 150 and I'm going to move this over. So everything's pretty close together. So what I need now is a total population. And I can do that by adding these two, creating a sum, and then going into this. And see how that goes from a fat plus to a crosshair? Once it goes to a crosshair, we can drag that down and it will replicate that formula in all the cells that follow. Bam, done. There's your total population, which is great. So now what we need to figure out is what percentage of the total population is rural and what percentage of the total population is urban. So let's start with urban. And we're going to go here and we're going to create a formula. So we start by giving it the equal sign. We're going to open a parentheses, and what is in this cell times 100, close parentheses, divide it by what is in this cell, and you have the percentage. So it's 94% of California's population is urban in 2010. Okay, so we're going to take that number, and remember, fat plus to a skinny x crosshair, and we're going to drag it down, so it's going to replicate that formula for the whole column. And we don't like the way that percentage looks. That's a lot of decimal points, so let's change that. Format and cells, and we're going to make that a number. We're going to get rid of those decimals, and we're going to need, well, we don't need the comma separator because everything's going to be under 100 because it's a percent. And there we go. That's the percent. And so now we're going to replicate that experience for the rural population. And here we go, equals to start our formula. And we're going to open our parentheses, and we are going to choose rural population times 100, close parentheses, divided by the total population. And there you have your percent. It's 5%. And we are going to drag that all the way down. And you can format that as a number, get rid of the decimal points, and that's it. You could have just as easily chosen to go there equals 100 minus what is in this cell. And that would have ended up the same number. And then you could pull that down. And you'll see that your numbers would have been exactly the same. So either one is fine. Whether you replicate the formula or you do a subtraction, that's fine. We can get rid of this for now. And of course it would have been even easier if you'd just done the arithmetic and subtracted the urban population from 100.